Hey, Trent.
Hey,
It was a little bit of a challenging week last week for the offensive line. Can you explain what happened, what was going on there?
they had a good game plan. You know, we uh we wanted to come out and try to establish a run game, and they had a plan for it. We were quite certain that they would play it how we thought they would because they hadn't changed it on film. But you know, um, they made an adjustment, and it took us a little bit to catch up to it. And hats off to them.
Trent, I apologize if this is a rough question, but most of us haven't seen you basically get beaten like that in a long time. What did you see on tape, and what was that game like?
It depends on what you mean. If you're talking about pass pro, I was credited for half a sack from the coaches, which I feel like I could have did that play a little better. But the quarterback got to moving around, and things happen. So we can all be better in that sense. And pass pro after that, I was pretty clean from a personal standpoint. Out of 74 plays, probably four to five that I wish I had back. Obviously, the penalties they're on me, bonehead, penalties, and gotta erase those from the game. But other than that, from a pass protection, I had a pretty clean sheet. I know sometimes that the public perception can think, some things are on you when, in-house we kind of know they're not. So, that's a tough deal to kind of juggle with, just, dealing with perception versus reality.
Hey, Trent, not to be dramatic, but I'm sure the season's kind of off to a bumpy start. Obviously, there are the injuries and everything else. But I don't know. Again, maybe too dramatic. But as a captain, as a leader, do you feel like there's a need to say anything, or is it just kind of like, okay, just focus on this week, let's get this win? I guess I'm saying, is there a need to have some sort of big meeting or talk, or not really?
Not really. Of course, we have to play better as a team, as a unit. We especially offensively, we didn't have a good outing, and I think we understand that. But when you look at the game and you take it for what it's worth, we were ahead of the game for a large majority of the time. We had 3 turnovers, 2 inside, one inside our red zone going to score, 1 on their 50 in their territory, so they got the ball pretty much in the red zone, and we had a pick 6. So, it's pretty hard to win a game after that, and we still had a chance. It came down to one play, and so when you look at it from that standpoint, definitely not the game that we planned on having, but we were in that game every step of the way, and 1 or 2 plays can separate a win from a loss, and I think that was us in that case. And hopefully we can get some guys back, get healthy, and kind of get back to the solid unit we were.
Trent, I realized during team drills he's behind you, and you don't have a good look at how the quarterback's playing. But what have your impressions of Jimmy Garoppolo been, at least in yesterday's practice, where you got a chance to watch the film?
Oh yeah, Jimmy's been Jimmy. I know he's dealing with the ankle. We hope to get him back soon. I'm thrilled that he's even trying to practice on it, and he's out there throwing balls around, and so I'm hoping that he continues to make progress and we can get him on the field soon.
Trent, I know it hasn't been a long period of time you've been with Kyle Shanahan, at least as a head coach. What has your impression been of him, particularly managing you guys kind of through, the injuries and a tough loss last week, just kind of through those times? How is he handling that, and what is he presenting to you guys as a team?
Well, I think the best quality about Kyle is that he's transparent. He's honest with the team, and he's going to shoot you straight, no matter if it's comfortable or uncomfortable for him. And I think he that's what he's done. That's what he's going to continue to do. And as grown men, you want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear anybody remember the Titans speech or nothing like. They just want to hear the truth, and I think he does a great job delivering the truth. And he's also very relatable, very down to earth. So he's he's a natural motivator.
Two more.
Trent, piggybacking a little bit off of Eric's question and what you said about perception versus reality, how do you as a leader make sure that the perception stays out of the locker room and you guys are staying in reality, if that makes sense?
No, it makes sense. You know, as a leader, well, you know, we're all grown, we're all professionals, and I think we all kind of understand that, especially as offensive linemen. We understand that you know, not everybody knows our responsibilities and knows what we were deemed to do on one play to another. I mean, a lot of people know football and they can, you know, kind of guess and make educated guesses, but, you know, things change every week and techniques change every week. And we understand that, and as part of being a professional, you have to know what's reality and what's perception. And sometimes it can be a blurred line, but, you know, if you're in the NFL, you're kind of familiar with, you know, splitting the two.
Last one.
Hey, Trent, speaking of those responsibilities and that nuance, I noticed it happened quite frequently. I don't know to you, but to some of the other linemen this game, they're very aggressive off the ball. It looked like they were trying to sell a run block, and then it doesn't look good because the Eagles seem to be ready for that because it's a play action and they're passing. Is that speak to the Eagles' preparation in that game, that they were able to read that it was actually a passing play? They were able to get around the lineman, and how can the unit prevent that from happening in the future?
I mean, you know, when you're going against a front like that who is extremely talented at getting after the quarterback, you know, a lot of those guys play the run on the way to the quarterback. So it gets tough to sell run against pure pass rushers. And I'm not saying that they're pure pass rushers at all, but they do a great job in pass rushing the quarterback. So, you know, sometimes it is hard to get them to believe that it's a run. And you know, while you're being aggressive selling run and they're finesse selling pass, sometimes that, you know, you can get in a bad spot. And that's understandable. The coaches understand, the players understand, but our job is to try to make the play working. We can't come off and the quarterback is selling run, but we're in a full-out pass set, because it's not for the D linemen, it's really for the linebackers. And you want them to believe it's run, so they step up, you throw it over the top of them. So, you know, even when you're in a tough position where you know you got to sell run versus a pass rusher, I mean, you kind of got to do what's necessary for the team, and that's to continue to try to sell run so that we can get the play that we worked on all week. Hey, faithful, click here to subscribe.